Laws and regulations related with cannabis business in Thailand and extraction and analyst techniques. Thailand Narcotics Act, BE 2522, AD 1979, determination of chemical composition in cannabis and its extracts. After exclusion from the narcotics approved by Thailand FDA and extraction techniques. Assistant Professor of Environmental Science, Department of Environmental Science, Sunandha, Rajabhat University. From Thailand, Assistant Professor, Ph.D, Ronbanchob Apiratikul.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Assistant Professor Dr. Ronbanchob Apiratikul from Kaima Food and Supply Company Limited. I'm an advisory committee of the company. So today, I'm going to talk about the presentation on the topic of law and regulations related with cannabis business in Thailand and extraction and analysis techniques. Okay, here is my group of company. So if you have a question, you can add a QR code and to contact our team to ask questions after the presentation. Then for the law, the Thailand Narcotics Act on 1979, the cannabis such as marijuana and hemp are classified as category 5 of narcotics in Thailand. They have a penalty related with this type of narcotic, such as for production, we have to production, import, and export with illegal. You will be faced with imprisonment for a term of 2 to 15 years and a fine with 200,000 and 1,500,000 baht. And if you sell, you have if you sell and possess and consumption are illegal in Thailand, and the penalty are different and as following in the presentation. So the another law and regulation is a notification of Narcotics Control Board on the hemp characteristic. The hemp characteristic, the hemp is a subspecies of Cannabis sativa. We contain the definition is THC content. How do we know this is the hemp or marijuana? We classify based on the THC or tetrahydrocannabinol in the leaf or the flower should be less than 0.5% by dry weight. Here is THC molecular structure. And the related law and regulation is notification of Ministry of Public Health specifies the name of narcotic in category 5. This notification was issued last year or 2019. This notification of regulation define that marijuana is a plant in cannabis species, including all parts of the plant, such as leaf, flower, stem, and oil. And the hemp is just like I said before, was classified based on the amount of THC in leaf and flower is less than 0.5% by dry weight. We classify the difference between the marijuana and hemp because we have to registration for the farmer or for the cultivation this is a plant for marijuana or hemp. It's for the calculation, classification in calculation purpose. So we have to define what is hemp and what is marijuana based on the law in Thailand. So the next related law is how can we extract the essential component chemistry in cannabis plants such as marijuana and hemp. If we want to extract if we want the product from this species from the cannabis to be legal, we have to extract this substance with the following specification. Such as the extracts of cannabis, which are excluded from the narcotic. That means it's not a narcotic anymore, so we can sell or we can mix in the food or a drug when it was excluded from narcotic. The extract that was excluded, that will be excluded from the narcotic, is the CBD, the cannabidiol, with a purification more than 99% by weight, and contain THC no more than 0.01% by weight. Here is CBD. The CBD is like a white crystal, white powder crystal like this, and here is molecular structure, which is different from THC. So THC must be less than 0.01. So if this one, if we can extract CBD from at the purification more than 99% and THC less than 0.01% by weight, so we have to verify that and send to Food and Drug Administration, and they will approve our product. If they approve our product, that the product is very pure, and they will give permission to allow us to process the extract, and the extract they will declare that the extract is not a narcotic anymore, so we can sell to Japan, to any country, or export to any country, or we can mix in the food, or we can mix in the drug to treat the patient. So, but it's still very hard because we have to make a high purification. So we have another choice. Another choice is an extract of products that contain CBD as a main component. The main component is not have the definition yet, but the law is going to be launched. It will be launched soon. Maybe at the end of this year or as early of next year. The definition of main component means the CBD more than 80%. So the amount is lower than this. That's easier for the enterprise or small medium enterprise or local enterprise can produce. And the THC no more than 0.2 by weight. So the extract will be excluded from the narcotic too. But we have to but this extract is just only for the medical purpose. You cannot mix in the food or in the export for anything. If you want to export or to fill in the food, to add in the food, just like a food component for ingredient. You have to make a more purification. Yes, and this is for just only for oil for the treatment. This is the specification that not pure, not too much pure, but we can use just only for medication purpose. How we know that how much CBD in the oil or in the product? So we have to analyze by high performance liquid chromatography apparatus, or HPLC, we can know as HPLC. But the HPLC, when we bring the extract sample and run in this apparatus, it will be analyzed and show that how many components in our sample. Okay, so here is a potency test. Potency test for the cannabis analyzer. The main component such as delta 9, delta 8, THC, or CBD, CBN, such something like that, and we have a reference. The reference in international standard in the HPLC. Yes. So the example. Here is the result from cannabis from Narcotic Control Board. That means it's illegal, but but some laboratory in some university have a permit to analyze, to process this narcotic, so we can analyze and extract legally. All right. The component the component is have a high CBN because the cannabis from actually this is an illegal cannabis, but when the Narcotic Control Board sees from somebody that cultivated it illegally and store it for a long time until sent to our lab to analyze. So some of chemicals such as THC is transformed to be a CBN. So they have a high CBN in this sample. And it's very little is a CBD peak. The next one is oil. Decam oil. Decam oil is an extract product that's distributed to the people by Ministry of Health. So if we analyze using HPLC, we will see that the CBN is the main component, and a little bit CBD and THC, because it's probably be extract from the marijuana from Narcotic Control Board too, and extract it as a hemp, and fill and make a product as a bottle like this and distribute to the people. And this is an apparatus that this apparatus called cleavage apparatus. This apparatus can be used to extract essential components in the cannabis, such as CBD, CBN. This apparatus is not quite expensive, so we can use it in household to extract our hemp oil or cannabis oil by yourself. That's very easy. It's for small scale in the household or small and medium enterprise. this one, the oil also contains CBD too. And for the for the combination of chemical composition, the laboratory must be certified by ISO 17025 standard that's approved by Thailand Food and Drug Administration. Now we have 3 laboratories that can analyze the chemical composition in the marijuana or in the extract. If you want to know how many what kind of chemical composition and how much of the composition, you can send to this lab to analyze the component in your product. After the exclusion from narcotic approved by Thailand Food and Drug Administration, as I said, the CBD product can be used as a mixture as a cosmetic food for human and pet. That's a huge market for human and pet to sell. Yes. And must be complied with other law and regulation too. And the product can be exported to abroad, such as Japan. And the next one is the extract from the CBD. That's just for use as a medical application. Now we have a draft. Is to be launched yet. It will be launched soon. Sorry, it will be launched soon. It hasn't launched yet, but we are drafting and it will be launched soon. It's a Thailand industrial standard for CBD extract from hemp as a raw material. And then you have to register for the herb receipt and license permit. And then we have to mix as a high quality herb product for medical use and for sale too. But you have to make sure there's no harmful bacteria and no heavy metal. For the heavy metal, we have to analyze by atomic absorption spectrophotometry or inductively coupled plasma. This is for analyzing for heavy metal in the product. The last one is extraction techniques. The extraction technique for the industrial scale, we have so many techniques. The major well-known techniques are supercritical fluid extraction. Here we use a carbon dioxide as an extractor, and the carbon dioxide in the supercritical fluid state that we can extract from the crude oil from the cannabis plant like this. And the advantage of this technique is very fast, but it still have a chlorophyll in it. So we have to make a further process to remove the chlorophyll and extract the pure CBD. The next the next techniques, the next major technique is the next well-known techniques is extraction by centrifugal extractor. In this centrifugal extractor, we use alcohol as a solvent, and then we fill the cannabis in plant in here, and then use the alcohol, and it will spin inside and the extract, and we can control the temperature at a low temperature such as -20 or -30. At the low temperature, the chlorophyll will not come out from in the solvent, so we can extract immediately without chlorophyll in it. But it takes a long process, but it don't need to remove chlorophyll anymore. So we have to use a full spectrum, and then we can go to further process to extract the pure CBD by recrystallization or any process further. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. I As a representative from Thailand Food and Supply, we have to say thank you to you all for paying attention to me. If you have any questions, please feel free to add QR code to attend our group to ask and discuss about the extraction or any topic related with extraction about hemp and marijuana. All right. Thank you so much.